so I guess, what was one of the reasons that you agreed to be an advisor on the board of advisors, and what are some of the things that you think you're going to bring to the board?
Well, there were a few reasons, actually. Jeff Moorad has been a colleague, a client, and a friend since 1993. And Andy Brandt is a classmate of mine from Georgetown Law. So, and has been a colleague throughout his days working in the National Football League and also in connection with his role for Wharton and at ESPN. We've stayed in contact on numerous occasions on numerous issues. The thing that excited me the most, though, is that I think the center has the opportunity to fill a significant hole in our industry. Despite the reach and significance of sports in American culture and culture worldwide, we don't have a strong presence, academic, intellectual presence in the sports industry. And I view the center as being an opportunity to fill that void, much like the symposium that's going on today. I would expect that we would continue to have panel discussions, that we would have well thought out law review articles, and essentially fill the void of having an academic think tank or incubator in the sports industry.
Well, you kind of actually just led to a perfect segue to my next question. Andrew Brandt, the leader of the board, and almost entirely the board is made up of professionals in the sports industry with practical experience rather than people in academia. What do you think the pros to that, to the board? How is that going to help the board accomplish our goals?
My father was a surgeon. My two brothers are surgeons. And I grew up in a household that we use the term getting your hands wet. A clinical surgeon can write about it, he can write textbooks, but unless he, quote, gets his hands wet, he doesn't know the practical experience of operating on somebody. I think the board brings that specific attribute to the center. Harvey Schiller, who has done remarkable things in all aspects of sports, from building the Yes Network for the Yankees and the Nets to running the United States Olympic Committee. Gary Gertzog, who every day gets his hands wet for the National Football League and coming up with new innovative ways to generate billions of dollars from the commercial end of the game. Andy's experience with the Green Bay Packers. Ken Shropshire's experience as an arbitrator, as someone who worked on the Olympics, as a professor. I think he has an academic perspective as well. So I think that it's impossible to overstate the value of having people who are working in the industry on a day-to-day basis, coming in and taking real problems and finding real solutions, as opposed to theoretical answers to theoretical questions.